is here in the building. He walks in, he hands his mom his box of pizza, and then me and him go into this film room and start watching tape. So, Gino, he can't get his mind off the game, and there's even when he's at home, he's got film on his iPad and he's actually watching tape and breaking down. And last night, like I'd say around 10:30, 11, he's texting me asking me what's on the game plan and what he needs to be looking for. So, it's always on his mind, and he's always looking to excel.
Dana had said that in the offseason he watched a bunch of NFL quarterbacks as well. Can you talk about the things you've seen him pull from a Tom Brady or an Aaron Rodgers?
Oh yeah, and if you look at a lot of our under the center stuff, he's trying to mimic Aaron Rodgers a lot of way with his footwork, and he's constantly watching other quarterbacks that have had success, and he's trying to get little things from here and there, and trying to complete his game.
You went and watched the game on Saturday. You watched the tape of it. You saw some of the throws. I mean, is that the best as far as pinpoint accuracy you've seen from him?
He always does a great job mentally, and when he's on like that, he gets pretty lethal when he's out there. And that he actually had a very accurate day, and it was mainly, if you could see the difference, last year he wasn't as very successful with the deep ball. And this year, you can tell he's done a lot of work over the offseason and through the spring, and he's been pretty accurate with his deep ball, which is a tremendous threat to other teams when you're accurate with the deep ball.
What is it? Is it his footwork? Is it his mechanics? What is it that's made him a better deep ball thrower?
Oh, everything. His footwork, he's became a lot more aggressive with his footwork. And if you look in the pocket, he's ready to trigger at all times. But when it comes to the deep ball, if you look at how he threw it last year, he was kind of winding up and he was dropping the ball a bit, and he was trying to get as much torque on his arm as possible. Now he's eliminated that, and he's just worked on a fluid motion and keeping things consistent. And actually putting 20 pounds on over the offseason, has helped out a lot, and he's become a lot stronger.
How about throwing a catchable ball? I noticed that too. It looks like his touch has improved too.
That thing's spinning pretty fast. The RPMs that he puts on the ball is a little different than normal, which I always tell Ford and Paul, I'm trying to get him that way, but that's all wrist action right there. And once you put the arm motion in it with the wrist action, it's spinning like that, every ball's pretty easy to catch.
But it takes a guy with mental ice in his veins, and it seems like he has handled everything up to this point.
Yeah, he's doing well. We talked about this from the beginning, and we knew we were going to be at this point from the day one. And this is where you want to be, and this is where he likes to be. And I think he's more comfortable being at the top and where he's at right now.
Jay, can he just this mental stuff, the texting you at 11:30 and watching film after the game, can he do this for 3 more months and still not go bonkers?
Oh yeah. He's been this way since day one. And we've had discussions in the past about how he's constantly in the film room. He's constantly up here studying tape. Where you try to tell him to, leave here and go be a college student and have some fun. But the fun to him is going out there and playing football. And it's very rare. I've never coached one like this who just, the happiest he is when he walks out there on the field.
So what happens if you get text at like 2:30 in the morning, or if you see him in here at 5 in the morning and film, you just say, hey,
he's not going to do that. He's not going to be up here at 5:30. He's watching tape on his iPad as much as he wants, and especially on Sundays and Mondays when there's NFL games going on, he's watching those other quarterbacks go, and he's constantly wanting to learn, and he's constantly trying to improve his game.
You said about asking you about the game plan. Does he give input on the game plan? Does he get to, at this point, try to suggest things that you guys will open your ears to and listen?
Oh yeah, he suggests a lot. We normally have our game plan in on Monday, and he comes in throughout the day and kind of chirps to us what he likes, and and once he comes in Tuesday, he sees what we've got up on the board for him, and we go out there and we execute it today, and we'll watch it, and he'll watch the tape, and then we'll sit there and talk about it, and if there's things he doesn't like, we'll change. If there's things that he wants to add or he sees as we continue on with the week of watching tape, then we'll add it.
Is that common in this offense from what you've experienced in your time with Dana, where a starting quarterback will have the opportunity to put some input in?
Oh yeah, the thing about it is we can go out there and run anything in our playbook right now, and it goes back to the point where we install our offense in 3 days, so we can go out at any time, or even during the game, we can make adjustments and run stuff that we haven't repped as much during the week, because we rep our entire offense out there in practice.
That's something Bruce Feldman wrote. He said that Saturday Geno checked a play that wasn't even in the game plan. I mean, is that something you all would ordinarily be upset about unless it just worked? I guess like it did on Saturday. Or?
No, there's sometimes where he checks a bad play and it works, and he kind of get him off to the sideline and be like, listen, that's not a very smart play in this situation. But he can go out there and run anything that we've taught him. We don't do much, and we rep it a lot, and we try to get very good at it. And he knows what works for certain looks, and he's out there. And if he's feeling it and he's liking the matchup, we give him full go to do it.
When you see something like that, though, when you see something that wasn't in the game plan, is your initial reaction, okay, let's just let it ride and see what happens, or are you initially skeptical of what's going to come of it?
He doesn't really do too much shock with us out there. When it comes down to a run-pass game and stuff, that's when things kind of get a little dicey. But that's just part of the growing process of the offense. And after 1 year of doing it, he's got, as you can see, it's extremely a lot better than where he was last year to this point, and he's going to keep getting better as we keep putting him in more situations.
But that shows he's thinking, though. His mind is he's trying to attack the defense, right? That's a good trait, right?
Right, and playing quarterback in the system, you have to be thinking every single play. Everybody thinks there's a lot to just turning and handing the ball off, and with us, it's not. It's depending on how the defense is playing it, the demeanor, and that's just a lot of just coming with game experience. And Geno's got a lot of game experience, and you can see that out there.
Jake, they got really good corners. 2 ends are pretty good. Your perimeter players with quarterback. Is that seesaw battle, chess match there? How important is that for
with the corner
just
play?
Being able to your strength against their they're ends. They're going to get out.
Yeah, their ends are very athletic, and you can sit there and debate which one's the best. They're both really, really good. And outside, their corners. They seem to run, and the thing is, they're a very aggressive team.
Coach Dawson, up front.
We got to find ways to eliminate them being aggressive, and we got to find ways to get off the ball because they will come down and they'll play man press on us. And when that's saying that they're doing that, that means that they're just trying to say that they're better than us and come down and play man, which we've had a lot of teams do that to us lately, and we've had some success, but then we have we failed at times too. But the main thing is we just got to go out there and do what we do best, and not play into their hands.
Yeah, I mean,